After months of listening sessions and community engagement, the Rochester City Council has approved a new map of MedCity wards. So the map, which looks to balance population growth in Rochester since the 2010 census, outlines each area City Council members will serve in the coming years. Significant growth in wards 1 and 3 is driving the biggest changes in the map. Wards 3, 5, and 6 will be slightly smaller than ideal size, though. They're considered to have the most potential for growth. Overall, city leaders feel the map does a good job at balancing the many factors that go into drawing new ward boundaries.
It seems like it's an open book and you can just switch lines however you want, but there's a lot of those factors that have to be balanced.
Just under 9% of MedCity residents will switch wards under the new map, which will be in effect for this year's midterm elections when representatives for 3 city council seats will be decided by voters. And while many of these wards will look the same, changes lie ahead for a couple of them. KIMT News 3's Alex Dieter joins us live now with what growth 2 of these wards will see. Good morning, Alex.
Brooke, good morning. More than 28% of Rochester residents are a part of the BIPOC community, which stands for Black, Indigenous, and People of Color. The BIPOC representation in Ward 4 will increase from about 39% to 39.5%. Ward 6 has seen a much larger growth in the BIPOC population. The new redistricting map will keep neighborhood associations with similar beliefs together, which Councilmember Kelly Ray Kirkpatrick says will allow more voices to be heard.
Our African population is being sort of kept in context within Ward 4. It was split before between Ward 1 and Ward 4, and so now they have a stronger voice together, perhaps by having one representative. Whereas, of course, being split between Ward 1 and Ward 4 previously, they had 2 representatives.
I feel very strongly that how we have districts influences democracy, and having a very strong voice for underrepresented populations is essential to amplify their message. So we always want to say that we have seats at the table, but we need to make sure that the seats have true representation. So I'm happy that we are looking at ways to make voices louder.
Both council members agree that it's important to highlight and emphasize that those who may be displaced from their current ward stay connected with representatives so their voices continue to be heard. Live in Rochester, Alex Dieter, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Alex. Last night's meeting was the first time all those council members gathered in person after the pandemic forced them into virtual gatherings. Going forward now, city boards and commissions will also return to in-person meetings, but virtual options will be available to the public for most sessions.